Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology video looking at the updates from the 2021 census, focusing on migration. In the first topic summary for Census 2021 that was released on the 2nd of November 2022, data was released on demographic changes and migration in England and Wales. This included data on the ageing population, the average number of people per household, the household composition, household deprivation, and migration into England and Wales. In this video, we're going to focus on migration, looking at the age of migration and how, though not born in the UK, are spread across England and Wales. The census collected in May 21 identified that the population of England and Wales was 59.6 million usual residents of England and Wales. Of these, 49.5 million were born in the UK. Over 10 million people ordinarily resident in England and Wales on the day of the census had been born outside of the UK, and this accounts for 16% of the population. Now, that figure includes many people who have lived and worked in the UK for many years and doesn't represent the number of people moving to the UK between 2011 and 2021. Nor does it indicate the ethnic diversity of the UK, which will be released in a further topic summary in 2022. The topic summary released in November 22 did, however, contain data on the age of people not born in the UK when they first entered the country, with over 30% of those born elsewhere arriving in the UK, including Scotland and Northern Ireland, before their 18th birthday. The most common age for migrants to enter the UK was between the ages of 30 to 44. In fact, 90% of migrants arrived in the UK before their 45th birthday. Migrants are generally younger and come to England and Wales for employment or education. Migration also helps lower the median age, as evidenced by 90% entering before their 45th birthday, which helps to address the dependency ratio in the UK, particularly given the increasing ageing population of the UK. The census asks about where individuals not born in the UK were born. India remained the most common country of birth of those born outside of the UK, with 920,000 usual residents of England and Wales having been born in India, and this equates to about 1.5% of the population. 5.9 million usual residents of England and Wales also held a non-UK passport. Now, this doesn't mean they don't have a UK passport, as it is possible to hold more than one passport at a time. But almost 10% of the population of the UK have a non-UK passport, the most common of which was Polish, with around 1.3% of the population holding a Polish passport. Migration into the UK comes from a broad variety of regions, with Europe, Asia and Africa being the most common continents from which those born outside of the UK were born. And we can see this in more detail in the next table. On this table we can see the number of usual residents born outside of the UK by the nation in which they were born and make comparisons with the data from 2011. India and Poland maintain their positions as first and second in the place of birth outside of the UK. Residents born in Pakistan and Romania have also increased, with more people born in Nigeria, Italy and Bangladesh being usual residents in the UK than in 2011. However, it is noticeable that there have been declines in those from Ireland and Germany, perhaps as a result of the UK exit from Europe, whilst South Africa has seen a slight increase since 2011. But how has migration impacted on population growth? Over the past 10 years, net migration, that is the number of people coming into England and Wales minus those leaving, has been 2 million, or around 200,000 people a year. In comparison, natural population growth, births minus deaths, have added a further 1.5 million to the population of England and Wales. Here we can see the key factors that impact population change, which is part of studying demographic changes. However, future predictions suggest that with a declining birth rate and an ageing population, the UK may be faced with a fall in the population in 2031 and 2041, and this is part of a predicted global trend. Finally, the data from the census also examined where those born outside of the UK and those with a non-UK passport were located. Those with non-UK passports, perhaps unsurprisingly, were located in large metropolitan areas, with 25% of residents of London having a non-UK passport. Of course, this can be skewed by the amount of international businesses in the capital, but the trend is replicated across other major cities, including Manchester, Leeds, Birmingham and Cardiff. Of those not born in the UK, this trend continues. Metropolitan areas have as many as 25% of their residents being born outside of the UK, but this also extends to areas of the South East and East Midlands. In contrast, many other areas have less than 10% of their population being born outside of the UK, with many areas having less than 5%, and these tend to be concentrated in rural areas or in smaller towns, potentially where there is less employment and less family connections.